Folks, we have a first. For the first time ever, I'm in total agreement with was mayor of San Francisco and now 100% committed to its destruction, Governor of California, Gavin Newsom.
Here's his advice for DeSantis in a primary. He's saying stay home. Watch.
Get rolled by Trump. Trump's just going to roll him. Thumped. I honestly, if I were offering him political advice, I'd tell him to pack up and wait a few years. And actually do some of the hard work, which actually includes governing, not just identity and culture war.
Okay, I guess he's trying to smoke out DeSantis. I'd have to look to see if he's responded to that. What do you think?
Again, I still love Ron. I just want him to wait 4 more years. Anyways, that's it. Just wanted to note that. Now on to the video. A recent ruling staying FDA approval of an abortion drug set off a firestorm on the left. The meltdown includes calls to outright ignore the judge's decision, a move that would undermine the basis of the United States system of government. If you can ignore the judiciary, what other branches can you ignore? Unfortunately, there's also a Republican ready to play useful idiot for Democrats, and Representative Nancy Mace stepped up to the plate once again to fill that role. She decided to go on CNN, because of course she did, to stand in solidarity with Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, among other morons. This from The Hill. Republican Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina on Monday said the Food and Drug Administration should ignore a Texas federal judge's ruling, blocking its approval of mifepristone, a pill that can be used to induce abortion in early pregnancy. The South Carolina Republican joined several Democrats who have called for the Biden administration to ignore the judge's ruling. Quote, "I agree with ignoring it at this point," Mace said on CNN Monday. When asked how the Biden administration should approach the ruling, quote, "There are other lawsuits that are happening right now, and other states as well, over this issue," unquote. It is always a red flag when a member of the GOP constantly goes on CNN and other left-wing networks to take shots at their own party, now isn't it? A la Adam Kinzinger. You see, Mace has made a habit of this over the years, proclaiming herself a principled conservative while providing aid and comfort to the enemy of conservatism on a fairly regular basis. Yeah, I know, the libertarians love her, whatever. They just love her because she wants to legalize drugs. But what else does she stand for, really? Can anyone figure that out? Because it sure as hell seems like she says whatever she believes will get her the most platitudes among the Washington clapping seal class. You may recall that Mace also lashed out at Representative Chip Roy and others who fought to secure concessions before allowing now Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy to assume his position. And if you don't remember, that's okay. That's why you come here. I keep good notes. She even suggested she would vote against the most conservative House rules package in history, out of spite. Yeah, I know, in the end, she did check out, but still, it was an instructive moment about her real motivations. And really, if you notice, that kind of stuff never happens within the Democrat Party. Even idiot radicals like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She falls in line the moment leadership tells her to. And you know they damn sure do not go on Fox News to undermine their own party's platform. Republicans are different. This party is sick, and the losing will continue until there's some semblance of unity around basic conservative tenets, one of which is the pro-life position. You know, I get it. People want to identify as libertarian, America First, neoconservative, or whatever other identity groups exist on the right these days. But how about we just win some damn elections, people? Because I'm getting pretty damn sick of all the attention seekers backstabbing, and most importantly, I'm getting real tired of the defeats. Democrats long ago figured out that winners make policy and losers cry on social media. I mean, what the hell are we doing? They are ruthless in their pursuit of victory. Meanwhile, the GOP has members of its House caucus supporting the Biden administration ignoring a judge's ruling. It's absurd. This is ridiculous. And I'll end on this because I'm getting pissed. The leadership of the Republican Party needs to be wiped out across the freaking board. And I'm not just talking about the right's favorite boogeymen. This is a much bigger issue than just a few establishment figures. Now, of course I get it. This chick figured out how to woo the housewives hell-bent on destroying the suburbs away from the left and into voting for her. But this I'll call out pronouns nonsense one day and then side with AOC on ignoring law and order the next needs to be dealt with and fast. Come on, guys. You can do better.
Joining me now to discuss is Republican Congresswoman of South Carolina, Nancy Mace. Congresswoman, thank you so much for being here this morning. I want to start with the scathing comments we heard from former Vice President Pence last night. He said, "I know that history will hold Donald Trump accountable for January 6th. Do you think he's right?
And good morning, Caitlin. Thank you for having me on this morning. I see this in two parts. I think both sides are really struggling looking at the nomination process. You've got some on the left that don't want Biden to run. You've got those on the right that don't want the former president to run. A lot of folks on both sides keep bringing up January 6th, and it's keeping us from moving our country forward. I was very vocal about January 6th myself. I'm one of the only Republicans in the House who defeated the former president in a primary last year, went on to win my general election in a purple district resoundingly. We've got to unite behind a candidate in 24 who can win the White House if we're serious about it. There's a lot at stake right now.
Well, given that, Trump is the front runner of the Republican field right now. So do you think he has been held accountable for January 6th?
Well, he's one of the only candidates in right now, and I imagine by June and July of this summer, you'll see more than 2 or 3 candidates in that race. The Iowa caucuses aren't for another 330 days, and that's the start of it. I'm proud of my home state of South Carolina. We will be the first in the South presidential primary next year. We have a long way to go for additional candidates to jump in and see how the field lays out.
On January 6th, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Congressman James Comer, who's the chair of the Oversight Committee that you serve on, have been planning a trip to visit January 6 defendants who are in jail. What do you make of that? Would you join them on a trip like that?
I'm not joining them, but I'll say this. I've done a lot of civil rights work over the years as a state lawmaker and as a member of Congress.
Most of this came by way of redstate.com. If you'd like to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below. There's a PayPal link in the description box, so please put $1 in the bucket on the way out the door. I'd like to thank everyone for all your donations. They're much needed and much appreciated. Now, with all that being said, we'll see you next time.
Come on, move. Move. Easy, easy.